In today's video, we will be looking at types of fractions. I'll also provide some examples. Before we get into the different types of fractions, can you tell me what a fraction is? A fraction tells how many parts of a whole. The top number, which is referred to as the numerator, says how many parts we have, while the bottom number, which is referred to as the denominator, says how many equal parts the whole is divided into. For example, 3/4. Or 3 would be the numerator and the 4 would be the denominator. This means that we have 3 parts out of 4. Let's get into the different types of fractions, and we will go based on the order that I have on the screen. Our first fraction, proper fractions. With proper fractions, the numerators are less than the denominators. For example, 3/5, 1/4, 7/10. We realize that the numerators are less than the denominators for the respective fractions. So 3 is less than 5, 1 is less than 4, 7 is less than 10. So these are all proper fractions. What about improper fractions? Improper fractions, that's the opposite of a proper fraction. With improper fractions, the numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. For example, 7/4, 9/3, 11/10. These are all improper fractions. So the 7 is greater than the 4, 9 is greater than 3, 11 is greater than 10. The numerators are greater than their respective denominators. What about mixed numbers or mixed fractions? With a mixed number, this has a whole number and a proper fraction. What do we mean by that? Let me give you an example. So 1 and 3/4, or 2 and 1/5. These are both mixed numbers. So in this first example, the 1 would be the whole number and the 3/4 would be our proper fraction. In our second example, the 2 will be our whole number and the 1/5 would be the proper fraction. I will show you how to change fractions into mixed numbers in a separate video. Let's move on to our unit fraction. With unit fraction, the numerator must be 1. So 1/2 would be a unit fraction. 1/10 would also be a unit fraction. 1/100, also another unit fraction. So remember, with unit fraction, the numerator must be 1. Let's move on. We are now at equivalent fractions. With equivalent fractions, the fractions look different, but they have the same value when reduced or simplified. For example, 1/2 is equal to 2/4, which is equal to 5/10. So these fractions, they look different, but they have the same value. Let's reduce the 2/4 and 5/10. 2 into itself goes 1 time, 2 into 4, 2 times, 5 into itself 1 time, 5 into 10 2 times. So we realize that all these fractions, they have the same value, which is half. In a separate video, I'll also show you how to convert fractions to equivalent fractions. Okay, let's move on. Or like fractions, they have the same denominator. So 2 over 7, 5 over 7, 6 over 7. These would be regarded as like fractions because they all have the same denominator, which is 7. What about unlike fractions? That is simply the opposite of like fractions. So if like fractions have the same denominator, then unlike fractions should have different denominators. For example, 1 over 4, 2 over 3. These would be unlike fractions because the denominators are not the same. Moving on, let's move on to common fractions. So common fractions are written in the form a over b, where a and b are integers, but b is not equal to 0. Do we know what's an integer? An integer consists of 0, positive natural numbers like 1, 2, 3, and the negation of a positive natural number like -1, -2, -3. But when the fraction is written in the form a over b, the b cannot be equal to 0. So an example of a common fraction would be 3 over 5 or 7 over 10. And then last on our list, that's the decimal fraction. Decimal fractions are fractions written in decimal form. For example, 0.5, and this would equal to a half, and 0.25. This would equal to a quarter. Let me show you the working. So 1 over 2 is the same thing as 1 divided by 2. Let us set this up. So 2 into 1, we can. So what do? We put our point, we add our 0. 2 into 10, 5 times. So that's how we got our answer, 0.5, which is the same thing as 0.5. What about a quarter? So 1 over 4 is equal to 1 divided by 4. 4 into 1, can't. Put our point, add our 0. 4 into 10, 2 times. 4 2's 8. 10 minus 8, 2. 4 into 2, we can't. So add our 0. 4 into 20, 5. So we're doing long division right here. 4 5, 20. 20 minus 20, 0. And that's how we get our 0.25 or 0.25. So these are our different types of fractions.